This is CEOP, Mr. RockTheMicNews.com, Mr. Pick of the Week, every Sunday, 9 p.m., iHeartRadio 103 Jams with your boy DJ Jack and Spade. And I have an epic interview, man. One of a kind. The first time with a mogul right now. This man has an incredible record label, incredible publishing company. He got deals with TV companies. He got sponsorships with online radio stations. He just signed the country singer. I mean, what else is to say about this guy? He's been out here 8+ years handling business. I'm talking about Gman Entertainment's own. Gman, what up, man?
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
We finally caught you. I'm glad you're not on a boat or a helicopter anywhere. You know, I'm glad we're able to find, fit in your schedule right now.
yeah, you already know what it is.
All right, G-Man, let's go into it, man. You're the hot topic right now. Everybody wants to know. We're going to just start with the latest buzz. Why and how did you sign a country singer? Who is Morgan?
Well, basically, man, how that came about, that situation been like a 3-month type situation in the making. It's a lot of people that's involved with her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't just a situation where, I found her, and threw something at her or whatever, and she came on board. The shit, it's got multiple people involved, but ultimately, I'm basically like in control of like the girl's, her career. She's got multiple different, record labels and stuff like that. Some of them kind of bidding in a way. Some of them wanting to hear more stuff, but she's got a lot of label interest already. You feel what I'm saying? So only thing we doing is, we basically just adding to the pot, to make that buzz a lot bigger, than what she doing, so we can go after that check. So, now, like I said again, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, it's like I said again, but like I said, she's got a team of people, that we got around her from, Grammy Award winning producers, shit like that. So it's bigger, it's bigger than just, her being with G-Man. It's way bigger than that.
Now, is this, would this be considered business-wise a label situation, a management situation, advisory type of situation? How would you describe the situation if you can go into detail?
It's a management and publishing situation.
And what she said, publishing, that's the money. Yeah. Definitely congratulations. When can we expect any music from the new Songbird over there?
Real rapper right now, it's probably going to be a while. It's probably going to be a while. We already done cut some records or whatever. Like I said again, her situation is so exclusive just with the other producers and stuff that we're dealing with. I can't just, release the material. So what we're going to do on our end so that people kind of get a vibe for who she is and what she is, y'all are definitely, people definitely hear her on some of the other artist stuff. Like right now, her and Intellect is working on something together. You know what I'm saying? So people.
She's gonna be working with Gman artists. So she's gonna be cross marketing in the urban markets as well.
I wouldn't really say we're gonna cross market it too much. I mean, like I said, you'll hear her vocally on some of the records and stuff that we got coming out in certain projects. But like, for example, I wouldn't bring her to like none of these showcases and shit that we do around here. You feel what I'm saying? Because she doesn't fit that mold. Now, like I said again, but she don't only do country though. She do the R&B thing, she do the pop thing, shit like that. So we got a lot of publishing work for her as well. With songwriting and stuff like that. So her situation isn't just, like I said again, it's not ultimately management and publishing, but she gonna be mad busy, but the way we put her out, it ain't gonna be like we do the other Gman artists.
Now, G-Man, you still missed one part of the question. How did you just sit there and come up with I'm a Sonic country singer. Like, I don't think any, like, okay, we don't want to put Gman Entertainment in a box, but we,
right.
you know, from outside looking in, we can say it's really an urban influence label. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So
right.
you don't really see labels. You know, let's just talk about the big dogs. We got the Cash Moneys out there. They don't,
right.
you know, and they have signed pop artists, but I don't think any hip hop / R&B / gospel type of label has ever in history, you know, went after a country singer and attached themselves. So what made you attach yourself with this young lady? I mean, of course she's talented, but how did you, it's not easy to switch genres. Like, how did you go attach yourself with that young lady, man, and just how did you even get aware of her talent? You know what I mean?
Well, like I said, what it was is my management, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't know, but I even got managers. You feel what I'm saying? And that's like, you know, underground type shit. But I mean, like I said,
right.
I got people that, you know, I kind of answer to and take advice from, shit like that. Well, they were the ones who actually brought her to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a situation where, you know, they seen what I was doing, blah, blah, blah. They knew what I had going on. So they said, okay, look, can you, you know, would you mind taking her on, you know, and trying to add some more value with her and try to get her buzzed up and shit like that in her own hometown and stuff like that. So,
wow.
You know, me and Kenny, you know, we sat back and we talked about it, and, you know, we definitely thought about, you know, what the streets gonna say, you know, what,
right.
you know, Gman signing, like, you know what I'm saying, like, we know, you know, we got a real good idea of what niggas say, what niggas think, you know, shit like
right.
that. So at the end of the day, I don't let none of that influence me or none of my decisions that we make. So
right.
I said, okay, you know, I look at it, the big picture. You know what I'm saying? The big picture about it is that I don't want to do hip hop forever. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want to be able to do multiple things, from country to rock to, you know, whatever. Well, you know, at the end of the day, it's about the music with me. You know, we've been dedicated to hip hop for well over 8-9+ years now. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know how that goes. So like I said, with me, it's about the business. It's about expansion. It's about definitely being versatile. And, you know, at the end of the day, niggas who follow what we do, they know what G-Man is about at the end of the day, which is definitely about the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But on the business aspect and the bigger picture, it's definitely time for us to kind of expand that, especially if we got the opportunity. So that's kind of why that was made. I just think it's just, you know, kind of time for the team to go ahead and kind of graduate a little bit and kind of step outside of the box and take some risks with some of the things that we're doing moving forward.
No doubt.
You know?
So look, man, we gonna rewind this movie back. What originally inspired G-Man, which a lot of people don't know. Originally it was a management company, and then you added on the label piece. You know, let's take us back 8 years before, you know, this was just a dream. Like, what inspired you to want a label, to stay? I mean, 8 years is a long time. You know what I'm saying? So what inspired you to stay dedicated to a label, to start management and then go label, and just what's keeping you going, man? I gotta give you
the short story of that one. Basically,
absolutely.
like when I got in, I was given an opportunity to get on the street team. That's how I got my first start. You know, running around clubs 3-4 o'clock in the morning, passing out flyers, shit like that. And my mentor, even to this day, you know, he gave me the opportunity basically to go out, because he did promotions. Is what we originally did promotions. I was part of a promotional company. So what he wanted to do, he wanted to go ahead and basically grab local artists' music and start throwing out mixtapes. So with me, you know, being loyal to him and me running around with him and shit like that, you know, we put out about 3 or 4 mixtapes consistently, and around about the 3rd or 4th mixtape, he gave me an opportunity for me to go out and draft some of the artists and start putting playlists and stuff like that together for the mixtape. So when I did my very first one, you know, I got a lot of positive feedback, stuff like that, because at that point, like I said, I'm in the street passing out CDs, flyers, whatever. So people started getting kind of familiar a little bit with who I was. But at that time, it wasn't no G-Man and none of that shit being thought about at that, you know, early on at that phase. So I think what it was is, so then, you know, he tried to expand from the promotional thing to some sort of like an indie label. So he told me, he was like, well, look, you know, I want you to be an A&R for this, boom, boom, boom. At the time, I didn't know what the hell an A&R was. So I went home, researched the shit, whatever. I said, okay, cool. So the first group that I went out and found was the group Strictly Overdose. You know what I'm saying? And then way back then, and what was it, 01, 02? Something
wow.
like that. Yeah, that's fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went out, found the group, brought the group over, and I remember like it was yesterday, we had went, at the time, like I said, my boss, you know, my mentor at the time, everybody knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he would cut hair. His job was he would cut hair, so everybody come to the barbershop. So I remember, man, we went to this party one night, and, you know, everybody was in there, dapping the nigga up, this, that, and the third, and then he was getting credit for a lot of the stuff that I was doing and that the youngins up underneath me was doing, because I would reach out and grab my homeboys and say, look, you know, come fuck with me and come help me promote this company. So I didn't like that too much back then, because I felt like a dude that was doing a lot of the work but was getting no praise for the work that I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So after time went on, you know, I talked to him, had to sit down with him, talk to him, you know, and then he felt like, all right, well, you know, G, you ain't, you know, he told me, he said, yo, you ain't a follower, you a leader. So he kind of blessed me to kind of jump out on my own and kind of start my own stuff. But we still maintained a very, very good relationship all these years. So at the time when I left, I started Gman in 04. It was Gman Management in 04 is when we came out. So we did that, and the first group was Overdose. So when I had left, Overdose came with me because they had the relationship with me, not so much with the head of the, you know, of the promotion company / label at that time. So they rocked with me or whatever, and I started building my brand off of that group. And then after that, you know, other acts and shit, you know, they came and gone, and, you know, we kept doing what we was doing.
Yeah, we're going to get to all that. What keeps you going, you know, to this day? You know, what's that driving force? You know, and has times ever got, you know, tough to the point he's like, man, because hip hop, you know, you say you've been doing hip hop for a long time, so hip hop's a tough game, you know. So what keeps you dedicated, man, to your company, man, and dedicated to just the industry itself, which really, man, you know, to the experts, music is a dying industry as far as the money aspect of making money off records. Yeah, to answer the first half, what keeps me going and keep it 110, I think, man, it's really, really like the people on my team. I'm talking about from my business partners to, you know what I'm saying, all the way down to the vet artists, like your Contaminations, your Terrifics, your Miscellaneous, you know, the vets that then helped me build this brand and that's been there with me from day one, because, like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like with these guys, like I kind of can't let these guys down. So, you know, it's definitely been situations, you know, I was telling, you know, we had a conversation before where I told you what it was about last year and a half ago. At one point, I actually really, really considered shutting Gman down. Like really just, you know, kind of like saluting it off and leaving it that, because, man, it was at a point where, you know, this shit be stressful, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Like it'd be stressful. I mean, you deal with so many different personalities, demands. You just deal with so much bullshit in between, and at that time, spend so much money.
Oh my God, man! Shit, I don't even want to even talk about that.
Don't forget the money.
Yo, I don't even want to even talk about that. But I'm just saying, you know. But in general, man, it's rough. So at the time when I thought about shutting shit down, man, you know, I think I went to California. And when I went to California, I was out there for about a week and a half or so. And when I came back, nigga, like, I wasn't motivated to do shit. Like, I'm talking about the artist was like, damn, nigga, we ain't heard from you, woo woo. Like, man, I was really like in like a depressed stage with the you know, with the music shit, because I had felt that my wheels and stuff was turning and I was getting nowhere. Even though, you know, we can sign anybody and everybody who we want, or whoever, you know what I'm saying, is that choose to come on, but at the end of the day, it's bigger than that for me, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, luckily, man, I got blessed. Like I said, my mentor, he basically came back into my life, had a conversation with me about what I needed to do to rebound. And I mean, I'm trying to tell you, man, it was rough. And what I had to do was practically rebuild Gman, like, from inside out all over again. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was a time where we wasn't doing nothing. If anything, you would see an announcement here or there, but I mean, it was a time we weren't putting out no music, no albums, no videos. It wasn't none of that. you know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, so I basically kind of had to figure out a different way to come at this thing. You know what I'm saying? So once I figured that shit out, and then, you know, I started making certain deals happen and changed up my game plan and rebuilt it. Then once the opportunity was coming, and then the money finally started coming in, and then everybody was feeling good and shit like that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep rolling. But what I had to do was I basically had to go through damn near 6, 7, 8 years to find the same format just for all to hit me, and the shit almost shut down. So I think I hit that point in my life where I had to, you kind of got to rebound and come back stronger.